Larry Litt? Litt was something else. What was it?
Lithuanian.
Litvak.
Could be Litvak.
And you were born in Brooklyn,
How did
New
you
York.
know that? How did you know that?
I think you must have told me that once, a while back, and I kept it in my head. You're a Dada artist. What is a Dada artist?
Great question. That is a Dada artist. That is a Dada artist. That is a Dada artist. But what a Dada artist is, to me, is an artist whose depth and shallowness, honesty and dishonesty, charisma and sheer soporific boredom, all of those essential emotional qualities combined to create chaos and confusion and bring new dinners to the table.
You have actually moved into becoming a Dada artist.
I wasn't born a Dada artist.
You weren't born
I was born a little baby.
Right.
With no Dada. My mother dropped me on my head. And when I was in the hospital, the first words out of my mouth when I saw my father was, Dada.
Perhaps you can give a little bit of history about the Dada movement for those who haven't studied art history.
Dada was the product of 3 Romanian Jewish boys who were draft dodgers in World War I and went to Zurich and founded the Cabaret Voltaire, where they and other artists who were in Zurich, Zurich was once upon a time an artist center of draft dodgers, were all draft dodgers. It became the hit of the European scene for two and a half years, with lots of crazy shit and beautiful women and dancing and partying and costumes and art. And most of the artists in it went on to become legendary because they were doing brand new art styles and creating new ways of communicating their loathing of the establishment and their loathing of boring art, the Gothic, the grotesque, all of these things. So instead, they made a lot of weird shit. I am an imitator. I frequently imitate. There was a dancing girl that was there that was quite beautiful, quite famous, and I frequently want to be that girl.
I'm sure you do a great job of being that girl.
In my mind.
So we're talking the years 1914 to 1918. That was the war, First World War, and then it lasted till now.
No, we are in the Neo-Dada.
Neo-Dada era.
Neo-Dada.
Right.
In France, I belong to a group of Dada poets and performers called Blago Bong. I will repeat that. Blago Bong. Blago Bong. Blago Bong. And that is one of the great Dada poems. All right, so that's why Dada is still alive and chirping on the branches of the poetic tree.
And do you think more in Europe than in America, than here in the U.S.?
I think Europe never got over Dada. I brought an element of Dada that they hadn't seen before.
Yes, an American.
A gringo. Yes, an American brought this element of Dada.
No, but also I would say...
You would?
Influenced by America.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're born in Brooklyn. Midwood, I hear.
This is unbelievable that you know this.
Yes.
Eleanor, my partner, says, that's Dada. That's one of the Dada poems, one of the great Dada poems. I'm not British. Come back, Jack. All right. So...
I'm Australian, though. Go on. It's terrible. It's enough insulting everyone. Keep going.
Who insulting anyone?
Let's keep going.
If I didn't love you, I wouldn't insult. What was the question?
Who knows? How do you think New York itself has influenced you in your artistic journey, not just Dada, Dada being part of that?
I'm like the father. I'm like the daddy of Dada. I'm the Dada daddy of the Dada, or the daddy daddy do the Dada. Yes, they wanted there to be a connection to traditional, but they also wanted a Dada element thrown into it. And I was providing that.
What I see, my observation, is that it is the influences of Jewish, Asian, European, and American. All actually, that's what your crucible is then. That's who you are.
I'm a travel agent's dream.
And I see that as very New York, the diversity of the city.
I mean, you don't have to leave New York to have all those places.
Yes, because you're a New Yorker, you are able to access all of this.
Yeah, you're right. I made use of New York. I wasn't trying to bring New York to New York.
No, it was already here,
It was
and
here.
you were recognizing it and appreciating it and understanding it and actually making art out of it is what you were doing.
I made art in it.
Yeah, in it and out of it. There's an element of absurdity and fun, and that's
Well, that's the Dada.
who doesn't love that. If you have something else now to say for the future, what do you want to say?
Be a pigeon. Just be a pigeon. But if you can't be a pigeon, and very few people can be. I think for young people to waste their time trying to be artists that are selling things or accepted or whatever, if they want to do that, that's fine and great. But I know that you don't have to do that. You can just be who you are, funny, or don't be too nasty. Just be a little bit polite. Not too polite, but a little bit polite. And have an ironic sense of New York, and you will be a neo-Dada, Fluxist, Buddhist Jew. And you can't go too far wrong in New York with all that.